Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. Welcome to the broadcast. And yeah, I have appropriately called this Heavenly Portal Shift. Speak truth into life. And I'd like for you to take maybe, I don't know, a good minute just to think about the last 4 words. Speak truth into life. What does that really mean? Shout out to those of y'all in the live chat showing me love. Thank you. A haircut has been overdue. I have my Venus in the 12th house. So when Venus is in someone's 1st house or 10th house, they're all about their appearance. They're gonna make sure you look beautiful. When Venus is in your 12th, like, you have to like force me to cut my hair, like buy new clothes. Otherwise, I'll walk out looking ashy. Like it's literally unconscious, like my sense of beauty. But when I bring it out my 12th, I love the love I'm getting. So I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna take my Jupiter in my 6th house is teaching me to take my appearance more seriously. So I'll make sure I do that. I really do appreciate the love. And yeah, yo, speaking truth into life, because we're gonna do a ritual right now. And if when I say ritual, the first thing you thought of was breaking out candles and witchcraft, then good, stick along, because we're gonna do this ritual and you're gonna realize it's so simple. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I've been doing rituals all the time and I didn't even know they were rituals. Like, we're not gonna pull out any candles, we're just gonna imagine, we're just gonna use our imagination. Because we have mutable sign energies. The barber, I told the barber to take off my mustache. I didn't think it'd make me look like a baby face, but I kind of like this look. I'll see if the mustache should stay or not. But yeah, yo, we're going to take advantage of these mutable sign energies and we're going to use our imagination. So everyone, let's give it up one time for Pisces. It's Pisces that allows us to do this, you know. Pisces is the energy of imagination. And anything that was real at first literally started off as an imagination, okay? So keep this in mind as you really, you know, step into this portal. I call this a heavenly portal shift because we moved out of the moon in Leo. Thank you so much, Claire. I'm gonna keep that in mind. We passed the North Node in Leo, so we have really sparked off another facet of following our hearts. One thing that I have very reassured to tell you is that there are certain elements of what your spirit is intuiting that you feel coming into focus, but has not fully manifested. So your psychic senses are showing you clearly what's to come. Your mental and your physical is like, I don't see it. What you talking about? This is the next couple of days that are literally going to make, break, and show and shift all this portal so that you are now incorporating and implementing very powerful and positive energies that will really like take certain concepts and facets that you didn't think were possible and make them more than possible. So let me reiterate this, because what's happening right now, and especially with the moon in Virgo and Neptune in Pisces, is it's blending both realities. This is one of those very shout out to Adriana who made it to the chat. Shout out to Pisces Priestess showing love to the new group. I feel so good about this mystic illuminations change. But you know what this blend is doing is it's showing you that you're stepping in, and we're all galactically and collectively, which is the same thing, stepping into a new way to perceive reality. And Virgo is so subtle. This is literally happening under your nose. This is literally happening under your nose. Like, there are fairies out here that are just like tinkerbelling the shit out of everything, excuse my language. And you have to stay true to your imagination so that with your words, you speak into life the existence you're imagining. All right? It's transits like this that are going to have you be aware of the process where normally we're not always aware. So what I mean by this, and I'm going to show you a little bit, is when I say that Gemini and Sagittarius are portals, from the portal, this is why I always like to say Pisces is low-key the first zodiac sign before you see it evidently real with Aries, right? But everything starts off as an imagination, and you have to have the thought and say it, let there be light, so that you can see it and it's real. All right? It's not just Gemini bringing it in, it's also Sagittarius. But Sagittarius is now taking the real thing that you see, bringing it back into the spiritual, like, okay, this is that light. This light means that's Sagittarius. You're bringing it back in the spiritual, and the cycle continues. You want to really remember this, because if you get that, you get astrology. You get the first fundamental part of astrology, the mutable axis of perception. And this is why this is, for all intents and purposes, a very powerful portal shift, my friends. Right now, it's 8:10, and the moon is 18 degrees Virgo. Okay. The moon in 18 degrees Virgo is now fulfilling a lot of these mutable energies. And what really, really, really makes this important is it's the commitment to the work that we're meant to do that's going to push us through. But see, Neptune and Pisces is opposite. Like, hey, make sure you incorporate some substance abuse there too. Whether this substance abuse is like marijuana, cocaine, coffee, you know, acetaminophen, you know, prescribed drugs. Pharmakeia, drugs are pharmakeia. So whether you're using prescribed drugs from pharmaceuticals, illegal drugs like narcotics, make sure you use them in moderation. The peace dealer isn't advocating irresponsible drug use, but if you think that I'm going to sugarcoat the message of the truth just so I'm like politically correct, go somewhere else. You literally need to incorporate some kind of thing that alters your state, but you have to balance it with Virgo so you're not just drunk off of like 5 cups of vodka and you can't do anything. Make sure the work you do is hinted with a little bit, like don't get super high, get a little bit high. That Neptune vibration of the altered state is going to help you do this. People act like even pharmaceutical companies, like I'll go hard on pharmaceuticals, and that's why I respect the Leo King, because what the Leo King is wanting to do is show you that you can be spiritual and balance it with everything else. Like some people want to get at him because he takes pills and they think that's not spiritual. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? My mom's a pediatrician, so she sent me antibiotics, but I'm stubborn. Like I have Reiki. Like I use my own Reiki energy. My nose has been stuffy and I have antibiotics. If you remember the story that I said before, 6 months ago, actually, and it's January from 6 months ago. So really September, 7-8 months ago, I couldn't sleep. My nose is stuffy. I couldn't get over-the-counter medicine to clear the nose. And so I just got the selenite wand. It's a new one. I might have to get a new one because this is cracked. Ooh, like a mug. That's all good. I put it on my heart and I healed myself. The very next day, remember what I'm saying now, because this is all to do with mutable signs and perception. I used nothing but my perception to heal myself of my nose. I didn't take any pills. And I'm not talking down on pills, so please follow the story. I healed myself. I didn't heal myself fully. I still feel a little bit stuffy, but I consistently, Virgo, I consistently healed myself, revved up the magic, you know what I'm saying? And I made it work for me. I really made it work for me. And I was healed. I haven't had any sinus issues except now. My mom's pills eventually came because she sent them in the mail and I didn't need to use them. So my nose is stuffy now and I still have the pills, but I'm not going to use them because I'm just using my Reiki. I'm doing a 33-day ritual and it's my body saying, hey, you're not sending me enough healing. So when you may decide, you know what, I don't have time to do healing. I want to just use the antibiotics. There's nothing wrong if you do that. That's the balance. Like sometimes you don't have time to give yourself an amazing Reiki healing, which is the lesson. You always have to make time for it. Sometimes you don't have time and you have to use something that works quick. Pharmaceutical medicine or the pharmaceutical company is actually pretty dope. It's the greed and the corruption in the pharmaceutical company. It's the greed and corruption in spirituality. It's the greed and corruption in our government that makes this bad. Okay, so I don't want you to necessarily look down on people that take pills. People who charge exorbitant amount for pills for people who can't afford it. So keep that in mind. It's very important that you have like a balance of these energies. Because some people get way too buku spiritual and you forget they're like licensed physicians who don't even go to bed because they're trying to work for you. And then you throw them under the boat of all doctors are evil. And then you have the other extreme where they're just so critically into the medicine aspect, they don't incorporate any spirituality. And that's equally as bad. You have to have balance. You know what I'm saying? If some of you, if altering your state is smoking one cigarette, just remember, and I really advise that you do not like Marlboro, but like the more natural tobacco. Okay, you won't even be smoking it to get high. Like whenever I do substances, it's never really to get high. Like in the teen years when I just wanted to get faded, it's always to alter your state. The altering of your mind is witchcraft to a degree. So you have to have balance. All right. Science doesn't take into account faith. But there are scientists who know how to balance it. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, the lesson here. The yin yang is amazing. Black Rose 22 said, so I have to do drugs? Great question. You really don't have to. Anything that alters your state of mind. Some people, to alter your state of mind, they need to do something to twist them up. For some people, you have a lot of fire. You just have a natural high. Like you can get high off of dancing. Some of you have access to DMT. I wish I could find some DMT. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But the key here is intention. Are you using these substances to escape from your problems? Or are you using the Pisces to ground so that when you're doing the work you're doing, you're a little bit altered. You're leaving a little bit room for the spirit to work. And you know what I'm saying? Joyce C said it. Pharma is Greek for sorcery. Pharmakeia, drugs. They alter your state of mind, all right? So really keep this in mind. Tell you how deep this war is. I've been getting the call from spirit to stop smoking weed. I've even said on this channel that, I'm going to stop smoking weed. I'm going to moderate it or whatnot. Every single time I make the decision to cut off my weed smoking, every single time, out of nowhere, and it happened today, people hit me up to smoke me out. Like when I have weed, oh no, it's all good. Maybe every now and then. Every single time I don't have any, hey, you want to smoke? So I'm just letting you know, it's real. Like, just know whenever you make that decision, it's Saturn testing you first and foremost. So don't think I'm doing this for sobriety. I'm just doing this to lower my tolerance. Like, I know, I get what drugs are for. Like, you sometimes in life, you need to alter your state of mind so that you can like see certain things, but you cannot let them run you. You cannot let addictions and dependencies run you. So that's what I'm learning from this. I love temptation because it only shows me how much integrity I truly have, and I don't run from it. And I think it's funny to notice like how serious stuff like this is. So it definitely helps you be more serious. But let's go back. Let's go back, because something truly magical is literally happening right now. And what this truly magical thing is, of course, is this mutable energy. In fact, not only do we have this mutable energy, but we also have this grand earth trine that's literally changing your reality right now. It's changing your reality. It's changing your income potential. It's changing all that. All that. And not only is it changing all that, it's changing the grounding on which you can now receive divine information. But I want you to focus on this, your imagination, your vision, which now has to be so serious you live it, your words and your thoughts, and this reality, the real day-to-day decisions and actions you take, incorporating real images. So where you may imagine yourself to be a dragon slayer, what you're really going to be doing is talking to someone like they're a dragon. Of course, you'd have to balance this, but you know. So the reason why this is a huge deal is what's shifting, once again, is the way we incorporate. It's all Neptune that's shifting, and we're going to see things in newer ways. And let me just explain this. A lot of the synchronicities, a lot of the signs you've been seeing, it's a little bit kind of low-key creepy, because you're starting to see these deep intuitions are a lot more real than you expected. Like, a lot of you think that your imagination is blending. It's actually showing you it's always been there. A lot of you are realizing, oh my gosh, I've been connected with this person far before I was even aware they existed. Oh my gosh, I was meant to do this path that I was doing far before I even knew what the path was. Oh my gosh, I really am Thor's bro. I really am Loki. Like, I had no clue. Oh my gosh, I really am the goddess of love. And everywhere I walk, I fix relationships and I open people's hearts. That's really me. So, you know, certain things are really starting to come through. For those of you who are having epiphanies about your identity, let's say the universe is saying you're Jesus. Let's say the universe is saying, oh my gosh, you're low-key Lucifer. Embrace the personification, but do not take it literally. Okay? Don't really think you're Jesus, but really follow that path. Okay? Because when you really think about it, a whole lot that gets grounded here from the spiritual are more symbolisms. This is why Jesus spoke in parables, but people take the parables seriously. Okay, so when spirit tells you something, it's because if spirit told you you were Jesus, what would you think? All right, Chad Taylor said, follow the feelings. If spirit told you you were Jesus, it doesn't matter that you're Jesus. And Star Child, the 144 are being called, but it doesn't mean that you're Jesus. What do you feel if someone told you you're Jesus? You feel Christ-like, freedom, right? That's what spirit wants you to follow. It's saying follow what you feel. You still have to be yourself, because you're going to define that. And that's the interesting thing. Like, a lot, Neptune in Pisces is allowing people to be delusional. And you have a lot of people thinking that they're all these mythical beings, which is not bad, but you have to know how to balance it. Like, you have to still remember, at the end of the day, you're you. Like, you're still in a human body. If you're a first house sun, you're in this life to define who you are. Like, that means your identity hasn't even been created. That you have to have your whole life to create that, because who you really are is how you die. So, you know, just in case you thought you really knew who you were. And then what's happening is a lot of these ancient entities are reincarnating to change their story. All right? Wingstar said Neptune is kind of evil. Remove the kinda. Neptune will teach you how evil it could be good and bad. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, like strange. It's kind of strange, okay? But yeah, ultimately, Neptune is still very pure, and that's what's really weird. Neptune is like an evil person who only wants to do good to you. But it's like at any moment they could do something evil, but you're just on edge because it's like, damn, this person keeps on making my wishes come true, but I know they're evil. It's like, what the hell? Welcome to Neptune. And so don't worry though. Neptune loves you. Neptune is the evil person that loves you. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Really strange, actually. I still can't even like explain it like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Please make sure, and I don't want to confuse you, but yeah, Apollodides said best anti-hero. Once you get into like the higher archetypal planets like Neptune, Uranus, you're talking about anti-villains and anti-heroes, like linear path. And the way we think that, oh, you're this, so you do this. Nah, Neptune will be like, Neptune or any Pisces will be like, oh, this is what you think I am? Oh, okay. I'm gonna be something completely different when you least expect it. You know how Pisces would just look at you like, oh, you thought you had me figured out, didn't you? And then you're just like, God damn you. But yeah, Christina Moon Vibes asks, what's 144? The 144,000 are the illumined twin flames that are going to change the world. And they're going to change the world by illuminating and connecting people back to their higher self. So this is how it works. I'm going to say this one more time. You don't necessarily, there are twin flames, and then there are people who have twin flames, okay? So if you're a Gemini, or if you're a Gemini moon, if you're a Gemini sun, you are a twin flame. If you're a Gemini moon, you're a twin soul. That being said, do not think 144,000 literal people. This is an analogy, okay? The 144,000 are actual vibrational streams, and each vibrational stream can carry like 1 million consciousnesses in it. And within those consciousnesses, there might be like a city of people. So think of it like that. Don't think you, because we're so microscopic. So remember this, okay? Gemini suns are twin flames. Gemini moons are twin souls. You see all these people making twin flame videos like, oh, they're the other half of your soul. You're talking about your yin yang twin. A lot of what people think are their twin flames are their yin yang twins. This is someone who's like the yang to the yin of your soul. This is someone who is like literally you, but completely opposite from you. And in some cases, somebody's yin yang twin can also be the, but this is how it works. Even, let's say you're a Sagittarius, you can have a twin flame, all right? There's a difference between having a twin flame and being a twin flame. Some of you are twin flames and you're twin souls, and you're like, where's my twin flame? Where's my twin flame? No, 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 honey. You're the twin flame. You are being competed over so that someone can have you. You belong to someone else as their twin because you're there to teach them that experience, to mirror them and let them go. The twin flame relationship is an initiation into the divine. That's why most people who seriously do it or who date Geminis are like, I can't do it, I hate it, because we will just mirror you. And our dark side will mirror you. The stuff that you're hiding, we'll bring it out and be like, here, you see it? Do you like it? If you love yourself, like, that's why Leo, Gemini get along so well. Like, people who love themselves love Gemini. Like, we will mirror that, be like, yeah, you like that? This is what you love yourself. And we're like, oh, but keep this in mind, okay? I'm not saying this for exclusivity because some of you are wanting twin flames and it's overrated. Like, as a twin flame, I'm a twin flame. It's overrated. Like, these are initiations. The relationship that the twin flame people are saying, like, don't listen to their videos with the train of thought because they're channeling the right concept. They're just putting the wrong word to it. It's confusing people. But so you should strive for that divine partner. But just remember, twin soul, twin flame. The twin soul is a twin flame that is not as conscious of the twin flame experience. That's the only difference. But some of you, so the twin flame relationships are accessible for those who can basically get a Gemini. or Gemini moon. But trust me, I'm not trying to claim exclusivity. Like, some of you are destined to have a twin flame and be with a Gemini or be with the Gemini moon. But I'm just trying to tell you, there's divine partnerships, there's yin yang twins. Like, twin flame is not the ultimate, all right? But for those of you who are twin flames, Jupiter in Libra is getting ready to push forward those initiatives. So if you're a Gemini, you're getting ready to initiate someone. Like, there's some people who are like destined. You are their twin flame or you are their twin soul. Just keep that in mind, all right? The competition has got to stop, because what this is doing is, because there's different people fighting for you in the astral, this is kind of like determining where you're at. And you can just be flung over to Seattle and then flung over to Chicago because people are fighting over you and we're mutable air. So it's just like, what the hell? And it's been really tough, but don't worry. Whatever has kind of happened to offset that, you'll get paid back for. I don't want to make this too much about twin flames, because some of you are already with your twins, all right? And once again, some of you are looking for twins when you just have a soulmate. You just have a soulmate. And you think that, oh, well, it's not my twin flame. I want a soulmate. I don't want a soulmate. I want something deeper like a twin flame. And that soulmate relationship is going to be deeper than a twin flame relationship. So that's why you can't get stuck up on the terminology. If you really want like the experience, you need to listen to yourself and you need to just let things happen. Like, you literally can't be like, you literally can't like force these things to happen. Gemini risings, which is a good question. It's going to like give you the personality of it, but it's the spirit and soul that's going to mark out really more of that. But yeah, soulmate-ish is hard. And the reason why I have to talk about soulmate, Christina says soulmate-ish is hard. I have to talk about soulmates because Jupiter is going direct. And Jupiter going direct, if you notice, this is happening after the portal shift. And Jupiter is going to go direct in like about 1 week from now. And you have to understand, there's a lot of people who don't accept these spiritual themes because life has taught them they have to be skeptical. Life has taught them whenever they share stuff, they get looked weird at, because this is the lie. You know, remember, the inside joke here that Neptune in spirit is saying is, hey guys, everyone's psychic, everyone's spiritual. We're just hiding it. You know, maybe when we're not so shy, we can share our gifts. Then we'll realize we're all connected. We're all thinking the same things. We all have psychic powers. But for now, we're just going to pretend. And because you're fronting and pretending, Neptune's like, I'm going to just be evil. I'm going to troll you. So just understand, the reason why we have the upsurge of evil spirits, the reason why we have the upsurge of trolling, the reason why spirit guides are able to like do horrible stuff to us is because of us. We're not showing up. We're not sharing ourselves. We're not using our powers. We're letting people do stuff to us. So that actually is permission to do what is being done. So keep that in mind. And I say that generally because I have a Saturnian itch right now. Something is happening. And every time I notice it, just something happens. But yeah, a whole lot of what we intuit, we already know and have the signs that are true. So just keep that in mind. And what's going to happen this week, especially right now, as soon as the moon goes into Libra tomorrow, like, you have to understand, a portal is shifting. For those of you who just joined, we're going back to the beginning of the video. The portal is shifting. So every single thing that you've been perceiving is shifting into gear. The Virgo moon is making your intuitions and the meaning come into gear with Gemini, Virgo. So you're about to start stepping into this. Portal shifts like this is when you walk into a secret portal and you begin the biggest spiritual adventure of your life. 98% of people are going to be entering a rabbit hole they didn't even see themselves coming into, because Virgo is so subtle. And oh my God, Virgo. Do you know what's happening to me right now? Virgo, stop! Oh my God! Virgo is like going through the veil, and it's like putting a feather on my nose so I can like do the itch. It's 8:33 right now. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that, but that's how subtle Virgo is. You will not know. They're like right under your nose, and you won't know. And then they'll be in your face like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Magic isn't real. Go. Get a life. But they're like the master magician, and they're doing spells on you. But then they'll turn around and be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I thought Pisces did that. I thought Pisces did that. Virgo's even worse, but it's all good. It's all good. Olivia said, we're lame when we don't let our magic show, because life is one huge magic show. Trust me. And some people are trying to like make money off the show. Do you, my friend? Just make sure you show your magic too. Not everyone is Scorpio and can be behind the scenes just chilling in the cut. Scorpio is at the door like, hey, 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 hey. You want to go into this magic soul? It's going to cost you your soul. My soul? Yes. Yes. And Scorpio won't let up. The moment you complain, it'll be like, now you're going to have to give me your soul and someone else's soul. Come back in. Come back until you get it. Like, Scorpio does not play. Okay? If you're not going to invest your whole soul into this, you don't deserve to see the magic of life. Fine. Scorpio will be checking you. Like, oh, this person's not serious. They're not willing to die. Like, that's it. They're not willing to die for this. Like, if you're willing to die, like, in order for you to step into this heavenly portal shift, I swear to God, if my nose keeps itching, I'm going to do something uncharacteristic. Something is making my nose itch. I'm in that stage of spirituality where I cannot really come to terms with my own energy, so I just project it and blame it on someone else. So I'm looking for someone to blame. I'm going to blame Virgo. What the fuck? I love projecting stuff. Once again, forgive my language. I realize I have a higher platform, so I have to be a bit more mature. And before I move on, let me tell you how this portal shift is going to affect me. If you're not a Gemini man, I don't think you could really understand this. Thank you, Apollo Daddy. I'm going to cast this a shield. This Virgo cracks my shield like, your shield don't work, and now my nose is itching. Oh, so I know it's Virgo and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces are the only ones who can walk through seals like, is that a seal? Oh my gosh, y'all don't even know. Pisces does it all the time. You'll do protection, and then Pisces will be like, is that a protection? You know, Pisces will go through your protection like, oh, is this a protection seal? Just like show you that they can go through your protection, but then they'll leave it there. It's like, oh, is this your shield that you have on? And then even though it's a shield that can block anything, they'll just put their hand through the shield like, look at how easily I'm breaking through your shield. But I like your shield. I want to respect your space. I don't want to disrespect your shield and everything. And then they'll just show you that, yeah, I'm that magical. All right, Pisces, I will always talk smack on you. I will always, how dare you be so magical? What's your problem? What's your problem? See, that's your Gemini. Like, you understand. You understand. Like, Gemini incarnated, and we were just like, yes, yes. Gemini was just like, we're going to mind fuck so many people. Yes, we're going to use our magic to get away with everything. And then we saw Pisces just doing it and getting away with it. Like, what? But let me go back to why I was sad, okay? If you're not a Gemini, you're just not gonna get it. If you're not a Gemini man, because Gemini women mature a lot faster than men. If you're not a Gemini man, you literally won't understand this. And if you have a lot of Earth, some of you will be like, what's wrong with him? Okay? Please empathize with me, okay? Geminis have a deal. In case you wonder why Gemini men especially, we take a while to mature. This is because we understand when that Saturn return hits, and when we're about to turn 30, we have to grow up. We have to grow up, okay? We're smart enough to have matured by like 23, but it's like, responsibility! Okay, you don't understand, guys. I turned 27 in June, in 10 days. I turned 27 in 10 days. And then after 27, it's like 3 years. I'm gonna be 30. Do you know how hard it is to be immature and 27? I'm already a man. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how hard it is to be immature? Like, once it's 30, once I have my Saturn return, I can't be immature anymore. All right? Now, normal people would be like, excuse me, you're supposed to be mature at 21. Listen, you're talking to a Gemini. We don't, as a Gemini man, like, you have to understand, we Peter Pan this shit as long as we can, okay? Capricorn men are 18, like, all right, I'm 30. But a Capricorn turns 30 when they're 18. I am not a Capricorn. All right? You have to understand. When I get my Saturn return, I'm going to be forcefully evicted out of Neverland, and I have to be a man. And I'm starting to realize, like, I have to actually be mature. Like, I can't make facetious jokes that piss people off. I can't do the immature thing that, like, you know, offends some people, and then I can have the luxury of just being like, oh, lighten up, it's just a joke. Where's your sense of humor? Like, I have to do this thing called mature, and it's fucking killing me. Look at this. Like, I can't curse because I know that there's some kids who might be watching this, and it's like, now I have to be a role model. The peace dealer wants his cake to eat it too. Why can't I be an overgrown, immature man who still demands respect? Like, I want both. I want both. You don't understand, guys. Like, I want to be immature, and I want to just do what I want like a kid, but then I still want respect, and I still want you guys to show me that I'm an adult, and I have to sacrifice. My moon is in Saturn, and my moon in Capricorn is like, yes, he's getting older. Because Capricorn will just wait. Capricorn will just be like, it's all good, we're going to have the Saturn return. My moon is just like, yes, he's getting older. He's adulting now. He's adulting. He's starting to make responsible decisions. Like, you don't understand what I go through, guys. You don't understand what I go through. I'm sorry to make this about me. I'm sorry to make this about me, but you don't understand. Like, most people's adult sides will just be like, you know what, man, you're getting older. I advise you to be more mature, okay? I have Saturn in my 8th in Capricorn. It's literally like, he's adulting. Neptune, come see. Look, he's literally deliberating whether he should do the right thing. So, I'm sorry, I know I pissed off all the earth signs. Like, can you get to the point? Look at you talking about being immature. I'm sorry, you would not understand. You will not understand if you are not a Gemini. You won't. You really won't. But it's all good. You guys don't care. You got Scorpio becomes an adult by the time they're 15. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like, my younger sisters are Cancer and they're Scorpio. All right, they're two women. Women mature faster than men, and they're water signs. So, like, I'm the youngest brother, even though I'm oldest. Like, I'm going through a delicate period. But enough about me, because my nose keeps itching. I'm gonna have to mature, and I'm gonna have to grow up from being this baby. And it's all good. But I do want to let you know, when I say that your behavior and your whole perception is about to shift, rock with me here. We're about to do this ritual, okay? Rock with me here, my friends. Like, in order to experience something new, you have to let go from an old way of perceiving things, all right? In order to, like, I want you to go back to the last thing you believed in, as opposed to what you believe in now. Go back to before your awakening, because this is low-key an awakening right now. And I say low-key because Virgo's involved, so it's super subtle. And it's the type of thing that you're not going to know until maybe like 3 days later, where it's like, oh, I stopped doing a certain thing, and now I'm starting to see changes. So this is a little bit different, because Spirit is wanting to show itself through the veil. But let me ask you something. How do you see something that you can't see? This ether, it's what the eyes can't see, it's what the tongue can't taste. How do you experience what cannot be experienced through your senses? My nose keeps itching. This is one way. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to really teach you to listen to your intuition. Water signs are there already. So if you're a water sign figuring out what to do, you have to trust that you're already seeing it. And it may not be as flashy as you expected, okay? But for everyone else, like, trust me when I say this is the night and next morning where you're visited by an angel that has always visited you, but now you can see it more. And a lot of this is gradual, all right? The trine that the moon right now, that's what I'm saying is happening right now, all right? These synchronicities are starting to speak to you, and they're not just signs. You're starting to see a spirit speaking to you, all right? Some of you do this. Mutable signs are great at this. When you say nothing, you're literally still like hearing something, okay? Venus is conjunct Uranus right now as well, give or take 2 degrees. And this is what's going to radically create relationships like this, since it's grand fire trining the North Node and Saturn. So this is like out of nowhere with this portal shift and the grand Earth trine. We have a grand Earth trine, we have a grand fire trine, we have like a mutable shift. This is you getting together with a business partner or with a romantic partner, getting married, having kids, like that. You're aligned with the karma, you already know the future that you're both about to have, and you both have a vision. And it's 8:44 as I say this. Synchronicity, baby. Okay, really keep this in mind. The heavenly portal shift is magic, and magic is what you see. And let me tell you a secret. The way you're thinking about how things are going, the way that you're speaking, the words you're saying are so sensitive. They are actively and dynamically shaping your reality right now. And the ripple effects of existence are being shaped by the very words you use and the thoughts you think. That's why we have to do this ritual, because we're going to pull all our positive energies together, and we have over 300. So we're going to really take advantage of this portal shift and speak into existence and life from existence what we're ready to walk into. And what Spirit is telling me to really like key in for you is this awareness of spirit, all right? My nose is itching because Neptune and angels are putting feathers on it. Do I see this though? Do I see this? I have to see with my imagination. And with my imagination, it leaves room for however I want to see it. That's why if Spirit wants to show up as a Caucasian angel, because that's how you're used to seeing it, it's going to do that. If Spirit wants to show up as a flying spaghetti monster, it's going to do that, because it's the imagination that flows the least resistance that you're going to accept. All right? You now have to have integrity and belief over your imagination, Labradorite. And how do I know? If a shrink was going to ask me, the peace dealer, how do you know that an angel is tickling your nose? You kind of sound crazy. Where's the proof? How do I know? Technically, I don't know. I'm experiencing it. And that experience is letting me know. But really, how do you know? This is the mystery of Pisces. How do you really know? And the High Priestess card in the tarot, the moon, all right, this is magic, because a lot of y'all think that Spirit wants to let you know how it's going to. What magician reveals their hand? When you watch magic, what magician reveals their hand? You have to just trust how it happened and be like, whoa, that's Spirit. A lot of you are trying to say, Spirit, I want to see your magic. Spirit, I want to see your magic. Neptune's rolling its eyes at you like, excuse me, have you studied the wave particle theory? Huh? So that once you're like perceiving it, whatever was a wave is turning into a particle, or maybe vice versa. All right? That's how magic works too. That's why you have to have faith and then just let it happen. And you're like, oh. The biggest lie is that we need proof and details for what's going on. No, you just need discernment to know that bullshit, when bullshit's being fed into your face, that's all you need. You do not need proof in the little things. All right, Pisces is the extra realm of quantum physics that is slowly starting to explain a lot of this. But let me tell you, Spirit will never listen. If you are trying to figure it all out, Spirit will frustrate your logic just so that it can teach you. You can never figure it all out. Just so you can get out your head and just experience the moment. And stop trying to figure out what things mean. You're not even supposed to do that. That's why control is an illusion. That's why all these scientific findings that we think are real are not really as accurate. Gravity falls at 9.8 meters per second squared. This is factually tested. If you were to test it, you will see that it's true. It's not really true though. Gravity does not really fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. This is just the experience that we're experiencing. But that doesn't also make it real. And that's what this perception shift is going to show you. That's why some people can use the law of attraction to make seemingly impossible things possible, because they're not going to have any kind of doubt. Shout out to Happy Wife 1980, who is live for the first time with us. Join the party, because we are going to do a powerful ritual. All we're going to do is imagine things. We're going to spend time in imagination. And you're going to really realize how much you've been sleeping on your imagination. Pisces is the most slept on zodiac sign, with maybe Taurus. Okay? Pisces is the most slept on zodiac sign. And they're supposed to be, though. That's one of those signs that's supposed to be slept on, because it's in that underestimation that they're able to surprise you. But please keep this in mind. This is all about magic, pure imagination. Don't hold it back. Some of you have imaginations and intuitions, and you're like, but that doesn't make sense. Exactly! In order for you to perceive something new, you have to be confused, because the confusion deconstructs what you thought was real so that you can come into a new awareness. And the universe is trying to deconstruct it. The universe is trying to say, no. That person that you're into is the devil, and they're trying to steal your soul, but you're supposed to go on an epic adventure with them. But then you're just like, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. This person, I don't even know them in real life. Then life doesn't work that way. And then Spirit's like, oh, beloved, that's so cute. Look at you. You think you know. Look at you. You think you know. Go to an ant colony right now and try and talk to the ant. First of all, does the ant even speak your language? Can you communicate with an ant? Would the ant even see you? It's probably gonna run away. That's the disconnect, the language barrier. It's the same disconnect with spirit. Don't think that spirit is in a rush to speak your language. Spirit wants you to, and that's the magic of Pisces. Sometimes we think that we need words. Literally, spirit will give you the information and you'll pick up information and nothing was said. But that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't listen to what I'm saying. What's the energy you're picking up? I'm kind, I have integrity. That's how Geminis be fooling you. Like, we'll say the truth, but our energy is totally different. And it's the energy that counts. The words are just to give the concept to the energy. There's still magic and power in it, but what's the intent? What's the intent behind the words? That's gonna make or break everything. And Pisces just knows. Yes, really keep that in mind. There's no such thing as an illusion. We have delusions, and we have subjective illusions, where if we take a subjective experience and we put rules that are real, then subjectively you can have an illusion, but there is no such thing as an illusion. And things that you think are illusions are just not the full picture, which is why you always have to let go and let God. Okay? Tawana asked, does anyone see repeating numbers? I saw 22 repeating, okay? And let me tell you one more thing. First of all, for your nose acting up, this is actually like your chakras being activated, and you're starting to feel the presence of spirit. So it's like your hair raising. If your nose is itching, your itching is a indicator that you're in the presence of spiritual beings. This is why some of you, when you want to astral project or stay still, you start to itch. Like, that's been my biggest block. Like, I have uncontrollable itches. It's actually a sign that you're starting to delve into the spiritual. So a lot of you are stepping into actually like perceiving this at a greater level, this perception switch. Isabella asked, do you sacrifice animals? Please don't. I don't really have the altar to. I mean, where would I sacrifice if I could? It's a very good question. So I don't sacrifice animals because that's not my style, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if you're just killing animals unceremoniously, and you're just like using their life force to do what you want, you're a scumbag and you deserve everything bad that happens to you, because that's literally stealing life. All right. There is a ceremonious way to do these things. That's why there's been order in all of this. And, you know, there's not necessarily, a lot of people don't do it the right way. They just think that animals are something that you can kill, use as a sacrifice, do what you want. There's order to this. There's actual fate. Like, sacrifice is not a bad thing, but when you do sacrifice for selfish intent, it's a horrible thing. All right, so really keep that in mind. Like, I'm not really going to sugarcoat it. I'm not necessarily going to be that there's a certain source of spirituality that does not honor the cycle of life where things die and things literally get killed. There's a spirituality in killing. All right, a lot of people think that you're not supposed to take life. That's not true. That's duality. It's when do you kill? When do you take life? Not everyone is meant to take life. And there's a lot of people who are born murderers, but they have to learn when to do that. There are people whose destiny is to be secret assassins and kill, because just as you give life, you have to take life. If a lion stopped eating the animals in its food chain, then it would disrupt the nature of reality huge. And I like that I'm speaking my truth, because once I started talking about, you know, killing, I've already gotten 2 dislikes on my video. So this is good. I'm striking a nerve. I have to make you know this is real. Like, spirituality is not just being pure and being on the light and making sure everyone's alive and making sure everyone's, no. There is a dark side. There is a light side. Get with it. Great question, Isabella, because this is a very important theme. All right, very important theme. So whether I get 1 million likes, whether I get 1 million dislikes, I'm gonna speak the truth. It is what it is. It is what it is. This ritual that we're going to do right now. Shout out to Miko. You can ask her, for example, Miko, she's a Gemini with an Aquarius moon. She brought me and my sister out one day. She was doing some henna tats, and I was next to her. You know, both Geminis. First of all, Miko, am I right or am I wrong? The place was like a spiritual gathering, but it was a low-key meeting for Satanists. I don't know why, but I just noticed everyone had a lot of like Satan regalia. I kind of felt some past life connections. It is what it is. But I was giving free aura readings. People would just walk up to me. I'd read their aura, wouldn't read their charts, be like, just free intuitive readings. Spot on, spot on. The last person I spoke to, I looked them in the eye and I was like, you really love killing. You really love to kill. Like, it's something that's a passion of yours. You're probably gonna kill again. And, you know, have fun with it, bro. I didn't judge the person. I was like, yeah, it's just something you're really good at, so have fun with it. This person looked me in the eyes and was like, yeah, I do. I really do. So they're out here, yo. They're really out here. And what happens is that people have dimensional portals, so they'll throw your body in a portal. No one will ever find your body. They out here. Keep that in mind. Not everyone walks that path, though. So it is what it is. But just know, those of you who condescendingly look down on the dark, you're actually worse than the people who do dark. Because instead of showing them your love and your light that's going to elevate them, you're judging them. And you're actually keeping them down because you're like, oh, this person is horrible. Shame on this person. You're actually, do you know shame closes chakras? Do you know shame closes chakras? So for those of you who are extra spiritual and you condescendingly look down on people from your higher place, you're playing yourself, because that's an energetic exchange. You're supposed to show someone love. It doesn't matter how corrupt they are. Your love is an energy that lifts people up and changes people. When you start condescendingly looking down on people, thinking you're higher than mighty, good luck, you play yourself. But other than that, we're going to start off with Pisces. So this heavenly portal shift is playing off of the imagination. look, guys, oh my gosh. Neptune in Pisces is trying to hook you up. Neptune in Pisces is trying to incorporate nonsensical things, and you guys are making Pisces shake your head. Not everyone. Some of you are doing great. The way you're doing great is if you get as delusional as you can be. But guys, Neptune is going to be in Aries soon, and we're not going to have this gift anymore. Neptune in Pisces is giving you the gift of getting lost in your imagination. Okay? Get lost, but make sure you come back. Balance. But you have the ability to get lost in your imagination and be as delusional as you want, so that Neptune can show you, hey, you know, certain elements of this delusion are actually going to come real. Not all of them, but just spend time here. Don't try and figure it out. Just spend time, all right? Spend time in imagination as you're doing things, and know that the spiritual is overlapped with the real, and things that you think are real are not as real as you think. It's not your job to figure out what's real and what's not. Believe it or not. Because what the system wants, or what society wants to make you think, is that you have to have everything figured out. You never will. All you have to do is be yourself. That's it. When people are inevitably going to put you in a box, and then you have to turn Uranus on, Uranus in your chart is where you're just like, bye box, I'm going to be who I want to be, all right? And trust me, there are going to be some people who want to ground you, and you have to listen to them, because they're going to show you where you're coming out the lines, but you don't have to let them box you in. And if your karma is isolating people from you, that's your karma. You may be doing things that are pushing people away. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but know what you're doing, and have responsibility for what you're doing, and don't project and blame others for what you're doing. But just keep these things in mind. Some of you, you're playing yourself. You don't want to have that faith. You want spirit to show you the proof, and then you're going to have faith. Don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And let me tell you something about devotion. It's cumulative. The devotional work you've been doing for 2 years, it's stacking up. When you think that you connecting with that soulmate, when you think that you putting in those prayers aren't doing anything, you have to do it. Okay? Because our generation is so spoiled. We pray for like 2 minutes out of 24 hours, and we expect heaven to just turn around. Okay? The real spiritual people, for example, figuratively, let's say like Jesus, right? This dude was in the mountains praying. So he was at a higher elevation. So the negative energy from the down wouldn't get there. That's why you go on mountains. And he's praying all day. He's spending his time in spirit. He's not going to work, working at a dead-end job he don't love, all right? Talking to people who talk smack at him, trying to impress people who don't care, and then he'll give God like 3 minutes. Some of you do that. Some of you try and impress people who don't care about you, but you don't try and impress God. I'm sorry, God's a little bit of a diva. And if you don't understand, God's a jealous God. So if you're gonna like uplift idols, some of you are trying so hard to get the attention of some superstar who has like likes on Instagram, but you ain't trying to get God's attention. Is there anyone in your life that's an idol? Because God destroys idols. God does not like people who worship idols. And sometimes we deify people. Some people set themselves up as idols, but they're playing themselves. Sometimes we try and impress mere mortals who bleed like us, but you don't even try and impress God. And trust me, that's kind of what I like God for that. God will show his vulnerability. Let me tell you why God is jealous. Let me put God in your shoes, all right? Listen, you have someone that's trying to hook you up, and then he sees you trying to get the attention of someone you like, some other people. God's going to be a little jealous. God's going to be like, hey, yo, like, I mean, I know I'm omniscient and omnipotent and all, but can you show me some love? We think that just because he's God, he's not going to have feelings. Now, God's partying, so he could care less. But God's still going to think about this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, God's going to be like, well, you know, you barely talk to me. You talk to my angels like, I don't know, 5 minutes out the day. You give yourself like 10, you give us 10 minutes and think you doing things. Some of you pray for 4 hours. Some of you pray for 4 hours out the day, think you're really doing something. Like, all right, God, I spent 4 hours after my whole day I gave you 4 hours in the night before I go to sleep, and you really think that that spirit is impressed. Well, let's do the math, because 4 hours out of 24, it's not really that much. Spirit wants all your day. Spirit wants you to be praying when you wake up. Spirit wants you to talk with it as you're on the way to work. Spirit wants you to talk to people at work and then still talk to God. Spirit wants you to talk to God through the people you're talking to. And until you incorporate it through your whole day, then we're talking. Then you're actually connected to Spirit. Then you actually are going to see magic because you're doing the work. Majority of people don't do the work. And that's how I know. Because let me tell you, I talk to God every day. Okay? Someone sent me an amazing picture that kind of illustrated this, and I didn't really know, because before I was like, do you even listen to me, God? But then I just kind of let my heart flow, and I talk to Spirit every day. A lot of people think that I'm talking to myself. A lot of people think that I'm talking shit. Like, I talk to God like I talk to the homie. I don't get on my knees. I'm gonna be like, thank you, God. Thank you for this. There's respect that's required, but I keep it authentic. I talk to God like I talk to the homies, because that's real to me, because I respect my homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect someone I can be real with, and I don't have to put a mask on. All right? So, like, I talk to God 24/7. When I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to God, I'm talking to Spirit. And I don't have to ask for anything. Whenever I want something, by the time I think about it, it's already there, because I'm keeping the connection. All right? The Spirit, God, Goddess, they're mature. They're mature. Okay? They're not going to just bless you because you need it. They're going to wait till you call them. Especially if your sun is after Libra. Oh no, then you're supposed to talk to God like he's your equal, because you are God. Some of you Sagittarius are just in the cut, just depressed. Actually, it's rare. Sagittarius is doing their thing. Shout out to Sag and Pisces. But it's like, you know, none of you have a right to complain because you're born. Do you know how many sperm you had to fight just to make it? Like, this is the victory life, all right? And some of you incarnated to fight this battle and to go through this difficulty and to go through this stress. A lot of people are like, if God loved us, would he put us through this difficulty and stress? No, he didn't. You did. You are like, I want to learn the lesson of pain. Make sure I experience it. And you are, and you learn it. Okay? The moment you try and take power away from yourself and start to think like you know how things will work out, let's just be real. You just want someone to cuddle you and tell you it's going to be okay. Okay? Toby asked a very good question. Mike, would you consider Saturn God or Satan? I'm going to break this down. Before we go to this ritual, I'm going to break this down. Is Saturn God or Satan? I want you to know, you just asked me, are they a title or a person? So this is the same thing as asking, is Saturn Mr. or is Saturn President or Jamie Spears? So it's like comparing a title with a name. Satan is a name. It's an identity. God is a title. Saturn is a god. Neptune is a goddess. Pluto is a god. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is like a messenger god. And then you have angel gods. Do you feel me? So it's not the question if Saturn is a god or Satan. It's what kind of god is Saturn? That's why people are like, oh, the devil's real, the devil's real. And I'm like, that's cute. What devil are you talking about? We got Beelzebub, we got Satan, we got Astaroth. There's legions of demons. I'm in Las Vegas. They're holding a demon convention in MGM. The new people who are the new vessels, all these artists and stars, the new vessels that these prime demons are going to incarnate, they're being like competed over. Like some people are like, oh, I want Beelzebub to you know, I want to sell my soul for fame and affluence. Just take my body. I'll do it. Lil Uzi Vert, Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? Please don't think Lil Uzi Vert is really Lucifer. This is what I'm trying to say, where people are trying to channel these energies, but trust me, when the real ones come, you know. But I'm telling you, my friends, I'm telling you, great question. When you think of God, don't think of, like, I'm saying God cares if you do this because it's convenient. But when you think of God, think of which, like, who are you talking to? All right? Some of you watching are gods. And when you have to give up the notion that there's one God, all right? This one ultimate God that you believe in exists as everything that exists. It's not a physical thing. It's a consciousness, right? It's a consciousness. Ellen Faust said, "What does Lucifer energy feel like to you, Mike?" Well, first of all, you need to get rid of everything that society and really the system has lied to you about Lucifer, so that when you really see Lucifer, you won't recognize him. This was the first thing. They had to twist history and lie to you about Jesus, lie to you about Lucifer, so that when they really come back, you will not recognize them, okay? Lucifer's energy is exhilarating. When you channel the energy of Lucifer, it's light, it's inspiring, it's the most beautiful. We're talking about the angel who had all the diamonds and beads, you know, on him because he was reflecting the glory of God and he was the best singer. So when you channel that light bearer, you feel the most inspired ever. And that's how the devil works. Like, if you really think the devil is going, you know, the morning star, Venus, the most beautiful, the most beautiful. If you think the devil is going to come in their horns and be like, yeah, I'm the devil, do what I want. Ooh, some of you are probably with the devil right now. Because let me tell you, and remember, I'm saying the devil reflexively because there's multiple devils. You have angels, you have demons, you have devils, you have gods, you have goddesses, all right? Let me tell you how the devil works. Let me tell you how these devils work. Lilith, let me tell you how they work. They're your best friends. They know you. They hook you up. They help you. Come on. Is the devil going to approach you when you have everything you need and it's going to look mad? Or is the devil going to approach you when you're thirsty and you've been wishing that there was water? And then the devil comes like, hey, are you thirsty? Do you need this water? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm going to clean you up. What's wrong? Oh my God. Come here. Here, drink this water. All right, just need to give me. The devil won't even ask you for your soul. Like, come here. It's just gonna very, very subtly knock you off your path, so that before you know you're off your path, you didn't know, because you're still walking on your path. But then just every day, subtly, little decisions that slowly take you away. Then he'll try and tug a little bit. You're like, no, 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 and put you on. It's subtle. Like, you have to know who you're dealing with. You gotta know who you're dealing with. We're not dealing with like we're only talking about the most intelligent angels who have fallen. So I'm just telling you. But RD said it perfectly. Lucifer, it is a job, his duty to make sure you are ready for spirit. Because if you're Lucifer don't even handle temptations. That's a big misconception. You have to be tempted. That's your test. You have to be tempted. Like, don't ever shy away from temptation. Like, you have to know your limits. You have to be tempted in the sense where you know that even though you're being drawn out, you can fight against that. There's no way you can evolve if you're not given challenge. And some of you, you're giving challenge and you're complaining about it. Some of you, you're like, I want to evolve, I want to evolve. Well, Pokemon will teach you, if you want to evolve your Pokemon, you got to level that mofo up. You have to go to the grass. You have to fight battles. You have to run out of PP. You have to heal that Pokemon. You have to buy more items. You have to have challenge. You have to own it like a boss. And you have to thank God, like, oh, this is a powerful obstacle. You mean what I want's on the opposite side of that? Word. Thank you. Dominic hit the nail on the head. There are no fallen angels in some religions, just jinns. It's what makes humans special, our free will. So what's going on here in the war is that there are angels who are fighting over our free will. There are a lot of ancient gods who are in stasis. And, oh, good question, Miko. God's favorite isn't an archangel. God's favorite are humans. That's what have these angels like, what, God? Huh? All this work we do for you? All this work we do for you? You want these humans? I'm telling you, dog, some of these angels with no free will, they mad. And let me tell you something. Angels don't have free will. Archangels have free will. So a Virgo will progress into Libra, and they have an archangel initiation. Archangel initiations are angels who have served God, and they're ready to evolve into an archangel who has their own free will. Archangels are useful to God because then God doesn't have to just bestow orders. An archangel is a trusted angel who knows God's will. God's will is imprinted in them, and they carry that free will to do what they want because they know, you know what I'm saying? But this free will has caused the war because God knew what he was doing. It's the free will that the archangels had that gave them the opportunity to revolt against God or to do things that's not in line with God. Whereas angels are going to do, Virgo is going to do what God says instantly. So that's why angels who progress into archangels are actually more powerful than just archangels. But then archangels progress into Scorpio. So it's totally different. It's not really more powerful, but keep that in mind. All right. They're going to have more of that faith. So these are just like certain things to keep in mind. Your synchronicities and signs are more than synchronicities and signs. You're already in it. All right. But really, really keep that. How are we created from light and the smokeless fame to bow before a man of mud? All right. The quote that Dominic said, a lot of angels don't have regards for you. And because not a lot of beings are here to enforce, which is changing the spiritual wars over your free will. Not really, if you're born after 96, it's really your free will they're fighting over because you're all the cosmic golden children. The greats were born from 98, from 88, 87 to 95. The greats, all the greatest people ever are born in that time span. And here's the proof. Like if you noticed from 88 to 96, we had the greatest athletes playing basketball. We had the greatest musicians like Michael Jackson coming up in their peak, and it'll never great. That's why the music you listen now will never get greater. Like we've just passed that point. It will never get greater. It kind of got a little bit more advanced and divine, but never. But the people born there will carry that energy. And then anyone after 96, cosmic golden children, like they're taking us to the new age. So really keep that in mind. The people born in the 70s and 80s, y'all got screwed. Y'all actually got screwed. Like there's a whole lot that was supposed to awaken, but like, whoosh. And that's why like a lot of you got thrown in psychiatric hospitals because you were psychic too soon. Like you were psychic way too soon. And that was never supposed to happen to you. And if you're born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, there's a redemption program. Like people born 60s, 70s, and 80s, the universe is just like, sorry, we kind of owe you. The universe is just like, yeah, incarnate now. It's gonna be Gucci. Don't worry. Don't worry that we're gonna have like hippie movements that bring in spirituality. And then you guys incarnated and you saw a spirit lie to me. And that's why you have Chiron and Pisces for the 60s. You have to heal your relationship with the divine because y'all got played. And you realize, oh, crap, this is not how it was. And now the universe owes you. Now the universe owes you. That's why the universe is like, all right, surrender everything, let go, walk this new path. I promise. And you have to make that leap of faith. But if you do, you're going to be set for life. So really keep this in mind. It's a lot stronger with the 60s and 70s too, because like spirit owes y'all. Like you kind of have to be owed back for the BS that y'all went through because there was all the huge like generational programming happened to y'all, and it doesn't affect those born in the 90s and the 2000s because we already born with Pluto and Scorpio that shields us from it, and then the Uranians with Aquarius already had you know what I'm saying, the stuff. Now, here's your redemption. If you're born 60, 70, 80, and you have children that are born in the 90s and the 2000s, you're straight. You fulfilled your stuff. If you have kids and you raise them, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. So for those of you looking for your purpose and you were born in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, just have kids. Just have kids. Your mission is to have a kid, raise that kid, and straight. That kid will give you everything that you need. Even if that kid ended up being a rebel and screwing up your life, they really won't. Trust me. It has everything to do with how you raise them in this new generation. Some of you already have kids. Look to them because everything you're hoping and wishing for are going to come through you. 89, 88, 87, you're a part of that generation. Like you're a part of the cutoff. The 80s cuts off at 87. Once Pluto went into Scorpio, whoosh, all right. And then if you're in the 90s and the 2000s and you have kids, good luck. Good luck. good luck. Oh my God, good luck. I'm actually debating because I want to have kids because like my kids are all like pinging me, like, find a woman, goddammit, and bring us into the world. Connect with your soulmate. And I'm like, you know what? It's like, I don't want to not have you, but you kids, I won't be able to tell what to do. Like, the kids that we're going to have are going to be all stubborn, all rebellious, and be like, Dad, Mom, I'm way more psychic than you. I don't have to listen to you. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm already a kid myself. I don't know if I can deal with that. I already know how, you know, troublesome we were to our parents. I don't know if I can deal with that. I don't know if I can deal with that. Because, like, kids are so amazing. Like, when you have kids and they're just born, oh, my God, they're so cute. Oh, my gosh. And then they turn 2. And then they turn terrible 2 and 3 and 4. And then it's like, oh, my God, I want to kill this kid, but I can't. Because if I kill this kid, I'm going to go to jail. And don't worry, though. Don't worry, though. Kids are amazing. Like, you're going to have those instances where you're like, oh, yes, I'm so glad I had this child. But then they turn 3, and then they turn 5, and then they turn 7, and they start embarrassing you in public. And then you look at your spouse like, I hate you. Like, you gave birth to this child. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why? Look at the sacrifice. Look at the sacrifice that we have to make. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Mike, love you, but can we focus? I'm really not being facetious, but I'm talking about mutable energy, my friend. Like, there's no focus in Gemini, Pisces, and Sag. So I know I go off on my tangents, but you really have to go with the flow because it's all part of the message. So I'm glad you asked that because it was relevant, but you know, you just gotta try and follow me when I go on my tangents because it's spirit like trying to like weave this message together. But yeah, yo, children are the future. So really keep this in mind. And thank you, Andrea. I will adult. I will adult. I cannot be Peter Pan forever. My dark twin is like, yes, you can. But I don't want to be that 40-year-old fool. So I'm not going to. I mean, I do, but I don't. What I do, what I don't, what I do, what I don't. So let's do this ritual. Okay. And we're going to start with Pisces. We're going to work counterclockwise. The zodiac flows in a clockwise motion. That's not true. The zodiac flows in a counterclockwise motion. All right? The zodiac flows in a counterclockwise motion. And spirit, the only astrologer that I've heard point this out was Christopher Witecki, but spirit moves counterclockwise. So spirit's actually moving backwards in time. And of course that makes sense. God is outside of time. So while we're moving forward in this illusion of time and space, God is going to be coming at us, right? Or around us. So thank you, Alicia. I really do need a girl who can respect all of my multiple personalities. And there's a new personality that's about to be born, so I can't even keep track of them all. But first of all, I have to go on another tangent. You women who date Gemini men, I don't know how you do it. I really don't know how you do it. I really don't know how you do. Like, you women who date Sagittarius and Gemini men, wow, you are a special type of crazy. And this is coming from a Gemini. So I don't want you to like deter, but like for you to date men like us, you're crazy. I don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know if you're masochistic or you're just like, Lulu. I mean, it's so much fun that you won't get from any other sign. So you a real one and you cool, but I don't know how. I really don't know how. I really don't know how. You must have superpowers. You really must have superpowers. I really don't know how. Like, wow. Like, I'll tell women, like, I have the Capricorn moon. So I'll be like, baby, like, I know I'm a Gemini. It's a trap. I will drive you crazy. Please. Like, my Capricorn moon will come out and be like, wait, please, don't fall in love with me. It's a trap. I will drive you crazy. I'll drive you crazy. And I'll be like, oh my God, you're so funny. And then my Cap will be like, no, please. Like, you're going to be mad at me 2 weeks from now because you're going to be like, oh my God, you're making me crazy. And I'm like, please. Like, it's just a trap. We just know what to say, and we're really magical. It's a trap. Don't date me, please. Don't date me, please. But regardless, let's get to this ritual. The zodiac flows counterclockwise, and spirit moves clockwise. So we're going to move clockwise, okay? This is the order of manifestation. I taught you clockwise so that now you can learn how to go counter. at Pisces with the imagination. Then we're going to go to Sagittarius with the vision. Then we're going to fine tune it with Virgo and make it real. And then we're going to harness Gemini and speak it. So let's start with the first four. This ritual is to speak truth into life. And because there's over 300, really because there's over 50, this is going to work instantly. As opposed to if you did it on your own, we would need other energies to facilitate, but we have every zodiac sign in the slideshow. So it's gonna happen instantly. Cha Edwin Ofuka said God's favorite are Sagittarius. This is not true. Sagittarius is God. God's favorite is Aries, because Aries is 5th house to Sag. So keep that in mind. That's why Sagittarius has luck. They think, oh, we're God's favorite. No, my friends, you are God. Aries is God in human form. So that's why God's favorite is Aries, and then God gets inspired by Leo. But you see, Leo and Sag are a little bit different. Leo kind of turns into Sag, so God is kind of Leo too, but just a different version. God is love and joy, right? Mixing. So yeah. Shout out to King Mitchell exposing himself. You should listen to his music. He backs it up. He's a Virgo. It's all facts. But really keep this in mind. So if you're a sun in Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, really ground. And Ethernosis said Leo is spirit. This is very true. Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius are different levels of spirit. Fire is spirit. Yeah, I have to do a webinar on the signs. The next webinar I'm gonna do is the intro to the signs, because I have to key you in. Like, Aries is the warrior, Taurus is the shaman, and Gemini is the mage. We're probably gonna go there. It's gonna be a bit like elementary, but it's gonna be so helpful to help you archetypalize the signs. And I'll mention in the webinar, fire is spirit, water is soul, air is the mind, and earth is the body. And then you have the light, and you have the dark, and then you have the 7th mystery element, because I named 6th right now. Then you have the 7th, the yin yang of the light and dark. Okay, light, dark. You have yin release, you have yang release, you have yin yang release, and then you have the 4 elements. All right. And so if you're an earth sign, sun in Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, please ground your energies. Feel the earth coming up to you right now. All right. And while we're doing this, I'm going to play a song by an Aries real quick. If you know Dolo the Pilot Man, he has a Scorpio moon. So as we're doing this is going to kind of like hyper manifest the ritual. All right. It's 2 minutes long. There's some mild language in it, but he's talking about chakras, and because of his fire energy, it's going to clear a lot. Okay, so I'm going to have this in the background. Earth, please gather chakra, and then feel the live chat coming down from below. This is going to ground us. We're going to do healing before we do this. All right. Thankfully, this song is free, so you know, I think you might even be able to. All right, yeah. I'm actually put the link. It's a SoundCloud song. I'm actually put the link. This is a Dolo the Pilot Man. Some of you have seen his YouTube channel. While Earth is grounding, Air, Sun, and Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I want you to speak positive affirmations. And because you're using the air, when I play the song, if you know the words, I want you to recite the chorus when you hear it. This is going to trust me, Aries works. Like, I listen to Big Sean, I listen to like Pharrell, I listen to any Aries artist of any genre. And then I listen to, that's the song I'm gonna play, bro, Brujita. And then I'm gonna listen to Virgo, because Aries will flare the energy and then Virgo will ground it. This is the metaphysics of music. Trust me, I always keep an Aries on deck, because all the energy I pen up, it activates it, all right? So while air is doing this, water, please show us all healing. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, I want you to project healing vibes to everyone in the chat. And now fire, I want you to dance to this song. Know that dancing involves movement. It's stoking your inner fire. And this song is like 3 minutes, 28 seconds. So I know this may not really seem as serious to some of you, but yeah, this is how simple rituals are. Like, it's things you do every day. Things you literally do every day. But now we're applying intent and focus and the power of numbers. Let's do it! You can tell my chakras is lit. You can tell my chakras is lit. You can tell my chakras is lit. I'm pulling at my combo like my whip. You can tell my chakras is lit. You can tell my chakras is lit. You can tell my chakras is lit. I'm pulling at my combo with my lips. You can tell my chakras is lit. I will be pulling cards after this ritual. And I keep rocking in the clip. Calling in the cockpit with your bitch. Alright, you done put narcotics on the strip. Yeah, just to make a profit in this bitch. You don't want no drama in this bitch. Pull up on your mama with the stick. Blah, blah. I'm gonna fight the shit. So I like you just like a bike in it. I'm good for you just like the fight and hit up the parliament. Put some in like it. Niggas is selfish shit. Ain't hard. Nigga, I'm selfish. Shit is like God. To get my wings back, I get down to earth and tell me exit. It's your job. I'm the lesson all these laws. Give the universe more balance. Off the green bars, no savage. I get high, think I know magic. Fuck with me, you know it's no sagging. It's the pilot in this bitch. You can tell my chakras is lit. 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 I'm pulling out my collar like my whip. You can tell my chakras is lit. You can tell my chakras is lit. Literally, you can tell my chakras is lit. Fight boss came down, niggas think this. Fight boss come outside, do a 360. Gotta get it full of G's, like me. Everything I do is B.I.G. and I.P. Diddy. My chakra level started through the roof. And now I see my chakras through the roof. The face come out and make the new meaning. I'm vibing with the rings and cooling leaves. I got it all. It's a cup in that car, yeah. We don't stop for the law. Got a spot on the stars, yeah. I want you to be on earth. God didn't want to put me to work. The shot gave this so we get hurt. All I see is colors like neon surge. All you big homies was neons first. Acting like what ain't you. Shaking sour like grapefruits. They start acting like take two. I ain't going nowhere but you take me. And you ain't going nowhere but I take you. I'm a goddess. Do some rims on my macabre flavor. You can tell my chakras is lit. All right, y'all. Good stuff. Good stuff. I felt the energy circulate. So let's get into this ritual. First of all, let's send healing energy to the water signs, because what happens when they share this, it leaves them vulnerable. It heals them, but it leaves them vulnerable. Jay Carthon, Dolo is not human. Like, people don't see it, he's not human, even though he's in human consciousness. But yes, let's now show love to the Scorpios, Pisces, and also to the Cancers, especially the Cancers. Cancer, I have to go on a little tangent. Y'all need to really be patient with Cancer. Cancer has the planet of death opposite their sign. So not only are they sensitive to emotions, it really hurts. It really hurts. There's certain things that you could say that could just cut them. If they're a lot more sensitive, they're silently suffering because they don't want to talk to you about what's bothering them. You're just going to be like, well, just be more positive, Cancer. The only one who experienced it before was Gemini when we had Pluto in Sagittarius, and then Taurus when Pluto was in Scorpio. But that's nothing like Pluto in Capricorn, like hidden Cancer. So really show them love, all right? And then let's now show appreciation to the fire signs for giving this energy, because y'all really brought it. Y'all really brought it. When fire sparks, sometimes the heat can be too much and people leave. All right, that's why the song that I played, I didn't play a song that was all like classical and had uplifting, like, well, it's had uplifting lyrics, but did you notice I didn't play a song that had no curses in it? I didn't play a song that was like PG friendly. I played a raw song. Thank Aries for that. super authentic, no sugarcoating. This swag the magic up. So here we go. Let's start with Pisces. We have energy that we've generated. What I kind of wanted you to take away with all this is that you have to start with the elements, with that order, before you do anything, so that you get that good grounding. Sometimes we do things without doing that, and then we don't have the best balance when moving into situations. So that being said, before we start the ritual, the next part of the ritual, and before I draw the cards right after, I'm going to draw tarot cards and oracle cards. Make sure, if you haven't enrolled, you enroll in that full moon in Sagittarius. The people who are a part of the new moon Gemini webinar are going to comment their experience. We had a really great time, okay? And this full moon in Sagittarius, we're going to release a lot of unhealthy beliefs and a lot of unhealthy perceptions that are going to prepare you for Cancer season, where you're going to be in the fields all season, okay? Shout out to Darian Davis, showing love. I see you. Really keep in mind that your investment in this, as well as the ceremony videos, they're life-changing investments. I take my magic very seriously. Saturn is in Sagittarius, opposite me, and it's like, peace deal, you need to take your magic very seriously, because it's more than just doing stuff. So really keep this in mind. I still have the special up for the 30-minute astrology readings. They're $80. They're on sale for $60. And if you use the code word kind magic, you get 20% off of all orders. So you can use that to get it for $48, which is a steal right now. And the kind magic code works for any order. You can have multiple orders and it'll take 20% off of that. So I'm hooking y'all up, y'all. And even if you can't get it and you just watch all this material, that's totally fine. There's no like forcing. You don't have to, get these readings. But for those of you who have seen the magic and what I do, I've done the enchantments, we have a new code word now, because now it's June. And the code word for you now is magic is real. So you book a session with the peace dealer and you say the code word, magic is real, then I'm going to do a magic spell for you. And it's going to come true. We're going to talk about what spell you want me to do, though. Let me just do a spell. And I'm going to do a spell for you. I'm not going to light candles. I'm not going to do anything all fancy or complicated. I'm going to do some real magic. And that's that. So I am a bit booked. If you're expecting to speak with me this week, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of booked for this week. So if you're willing to be patient, trust me when I say it's worth it. And the things that happens when people get rescheduled or when people get their dates, you have to trust me. It's the perfect time. From someone who actually sees the patterns, like I'll have a day where I speak to a Cancer with a Sag moon, and then the next reading is a Sag with the Cancer moon, and then the next reading is someone, and then they all have North nodes in the 6th. Trust me, to you, it may seem like you're just, scheduling for a time. It's all divinely ordained. Like it's all meant to happen. Thank you, Paris. You already know what's up. So that being said, let's do this next part of the ritual. Oh, also, I think I forgot to mention something else important. Oh, yes. Make sure y'all show love to the new readers too. They're gonna have some videos coming out soon, and it's gonna be Gucci. So this first part is very easy. Pisces, help people if they're a little bit lost. You just spend time in your imagination. So just start imagining. Don't focus it with the vision yet. Well, after we imagine and we shift to Sagittarius, we're gonna focus on what we see. We're gonna put that bow and be like, all right, we're in imagination land, but this is what I want. Okay. So go into your safe space and go into your imagination. I can do it with my eyes open, but you might want to close your eyes because we're not going to open our eyes until Sagittarius. All right, so close your eyes and imagine, pretend, and I hate to say pretend because it's a disrespect to spirit, but pretend that the imaginary world you feel is real is real. Pretend that that person that you low-key think is a demon actually is a demon. Pretend that certain spiritual thing, pretend that there's a fairy, pretend that this phone is actually water, which is clearly an overstretch. But imagine this, like spend time in imagination. Do you know what you're doing? you're literally harnessing Pisces energy. So every moment you spend in imagination, you're harnessing magic energy. This is why subtly the system wants to dull that. And hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? Ever since we did that ritual, my nose isn't itching. My nose stopped itching. But anyway, start imagining things and activate this energy, because then we're going to shift it to Sagittarius. So what does your imagination tell you? If all you see is a blank and nothing, that's imagination too. Like some people see movie screens when they see pictures. I have no Pisces energy. I have no Sagittarius energy. So when I do an imagination, it's just black. I don't have an This is why I say I'm spiritually blind. Like I can't really see. Some people, they have Pisces stelliums, Sag, like it's a movie, and they can send things, show themselves to them. This is a gift. Not everyone has it. All right. So at MESS, I can like see things and imagine things, but imagination is a skill. Like not everyone has it like that. Keep that in mind. It's something that has to be developed. It's a portal. So that being said, spend time in imagination. I'll give you like 3 minutes, and let your wild imagination, if it's wild or not, kind of show you things before we fine tune this. The importance here is to just imagine. This is a skill here. So some of you are imagination literate and you're like, well, what do I imagine? It can be anything. It has no rules. It doesn't have to even have to be anything. So just stimulate this. I'm imagining a flying white horse just prancing, dancing all flamboyantly and waving its hair. And now I see like a star shooting by, and I don't really see this. Like I have to kind of do my hands to see it because my imagination skills aren't that powerful. But like, see how there's no order? I'm just randomly imagining things. Welcome to Pisces, the world of potentiality, the final realm where everything happens at once and things exist in a mental level where it's instant before it gets grounded here necessarily so that I can have form. All right. Alrighty, so now we're going to make the shift from Pisces to Sagittarius. This is coming out of the spiritual into the real once we get to Virgo. So now I want you to take your imagination and now I want you to focus on something that you want to bring out of your imagination into the real. If you want to bring Margaret, it's magic is real. Kind magic is the discount code that you're going to enter. Magic is real is the secret code you're going to tell me. But yeah, so bring out, if you want to bring a UFO from out there, you need to now focus on it from Sag. Okay, so now the Sagittarius is to, if Pisces is your MC, good question. We won't take into account the risings, you know what I'm saying? But if Pisces is your MC, then it's just gonna speak of your goals and you like your imaginations being what your goal is, and it could be hard to achieve, but it's magical. I'm living my dream because I have Pisces in my 10th, so keep that in mind. But now we're focusing to Sag. What is it that you want to focus on and make real from the imaginary realm? But now we're in Sag, where Sagittarius teaches you anything is possible. So where Pisces, you can just relax with it not being real. Sagittarius, you now have to be serious because Saturn's here. And whatever you're wanting to bring, you now have to believe that it can, not that it is, you have to believe that it can be real. You have to believe that it can be real. Okay? All right. And now you need that focus. Focus on it and get excited about it. Take as much time as you need to. I am not a double gem. I am a gem with a cat moon and a Taurus rising. But yes, focus. Focus on your vision. Pisces is the imagination that's unfocused, as it's supposed to be. And Sagittarius is the focused vision. What do you see? When you bring that imagination together, what is that light you see? You know it's the vision because your heart should open and you should start feeling joy when you focus on this. Thank you, Spring Bee. Before my awakening, I was very analytical. I was even more in my head, so I had a lot to do with it as well. Maurice Noblin said, blending the lower mind with the higher mind. So true, okay? Alrighty. So now we're gonna incorporate Virgo. Sagittarius was the vision. Virgo is where you humble yourself and you say, okay, maybe a UFO can't be real. How are we going to balance this? Maybe instead of a UFO, maybe a car that has a UFO bumper sticker. That's realistic, right? The peace dealer says, no, we're going to change reality. We're going to make certain things impossible happen because we're real Magi's, okay? We ain't no wannabe Magi's compromising with spirit. So you want to now with Virgo, this is going to be the difficult part, but detail in your head everything about this vision that could be made real. Like now you have the vision, now detail in your mind how this is going to fit in your life, okay? How you're going to take that super spiritual theme and make it real. All right, to where, yeah, you might be flying and saving the world, but in this Virgo reality, you're flying in your car and you're rescuing people who need to be rescued. And it's still spiritual. You're still incorporating that, but this is the way you can ground it until you can evolve it, right? And if you want to fly, make that the Virgo thing, all right? And don't feel like you have to wait for it. It's the focus that you have. Time doesn't exist. Time is an illusion. So when people ask, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I can only lie to you. I can only be like, well, shout out to Zamasu, who's going to be a supervillain. Hope you don't catch that fade from Beerus. Good luck, homie. But yeah, don't put a time limit to this because you're manifesting it now. You're not aware of the millions of things happening. So just because it doesn't happen in your immediate space doesn't mean it didn't happen. You doubt it, your magic is going to negate it. Especially if you are a negator, this is how you get in the way of your own spells, all right? I had a Pisces give me a reading telling me I'm my own worst enemy. And it's true. Like, I will willingly sabotage stuff because I know it'll happen. I'll be like, oh, crap. I gotta do the opposite, right? So regardless, sometimes I don't sabotage it, though. I gotta stop getting my way and stop being too smart about it. But anyway, this Virgo is where you're now pinpointing, all right? That specific person that you want, that specific power release that you want, that specific lifestyle you want to live. Sagittarius is the vision of what you see, bringing out a spirit. Virgo is what is the lifestyle? How is this going to fit in your day-to-day? What do you have to change in your day-to-day? Some of you are imagining 6 figures, the usual, and an amazing life. And then you have the vision, you have the white picket fence, you have the mansion, you have everything. Well, the Virgo is, hey buddy, if you're like waking up at 5 p.m., you rarely go out, you have to change your lifestyle because you have to live a lifestyle where all this stuff can be there. If you want to be a millionaire who goes to executive meetings with clients, but in your lifestyle, you're not investing in yourself, you're not making sure you're actually there where the universe can meet you halfway. Magic is magic, but you have to make the magic, all right? And that's where people fail because people don't want to do the real work. They feel like it's not magic if you have to do real work. How else is going to be real magic if you don't do the real stuff, right? And now, once you have that squared, we'll finish it with Gemini, and everything that you have, you're going to speak. And when you're speaking it as it is happening. You're saying, this is my reality, all right? I am this person. This is the truth of my reality. And you're going to speak that. You're going to speak that. You're going to speak that. Now, what I'm going to do after this broadcast, I'm not going to abuse substances, but I'm going to intake some for ritual with the intent to shift my alteration so that when I speak this and do this ritual, it's going to be potent. Okay? And yeah, I'm honestly revealing to y'all, I'm going to cut down heavily on my marijuana intake. I think smoking marijuana is amazing. So don't think I'm encouraging you to. Like, some of you are meant to smoke every day. Some of you have heavy eighth house. You shouldn't even be touching that. All right? And we need to get rid of this idea that just because something is true for one person, everyone else has to do it. Some of you, you're trying to change people because you see, oh, I don't like how their life is. And it's like, is that your life? You have no right to not like how someone's life is or not. All right? You have no right. Like, that's their life. That's their life. You're not the God of their life. And some of you people think you're the gods of other people's lives because you can create worlds for them. And ooh, their real gods are going to clap back at you because you're not supposed to be influencing that much. But regardless, speak your truth, spit your game, talk your ish, and know that everything you're speaking, all right, this is the lesson right now. Imagine it, have the vision, see how it's going to really spit, and now speak it. Okay? Speak it. What I'm speaking into my reality is the full release on my soul. I have a seal on my sacral chakra. And very much a Jinchuriki. We got some Jinchurikis in the live chat. You know what I'm saying? I got the seal on Karama. So I've been stunted from relationships and sexual energy. A lot of my sexual energy is in that shield. So I rarely have sex because if I were to activate that, it's going to activate that dark part of my soul. And as a sacrifice, I have to wait until now to release it, like a late bloomer. So that's what I'm speaking into existence. The core of my power has been sealed for past life BS and drama that applies to my soul, but it doesn't apply to my spirit. And I don't feel like it's fair to me, even though my soul has atonement to do for evil stuff it may have done. I say evil in quotes because it's all subjective, but it doesn't think it's evil, right? But yeah, the tailed beast, does Karama think it's evil just for being a tailed beast and being misunderstood? Mutable axis, things are as they seem. So I'm speaking that into life. And I'm not expecting anyone else to do it for me. And it is what it is. So now I'm going to pull the cards. For those of you who are impatiently waiting, like, I don't believe in all this magic mumbo jumbo the peace dealer is talking about. Show some cards so we can get some actual and analytical like stuff. I don't understand you people. I really don't understand you people. Y'all are funny. Y'all are so funny. Let me tell you something. Some people will say, like, when I pull cards for some people will say, like, okay, that's what your intuition says, but what do the cards say? What do the cards say? And it's like, I don't think this person understands, like, these cards are just a tool. Like, some of you people really feel like energy comes in these cards and that these cards are alive and then they talk to you. That's not how cards work. You put your own energy into it. Your subconscious speaks to you through the cards. So these are just a tool. Like, when I want to use my real power, I don't use these cards. When I just channel intuitively, I'm accurate. When I use these cards, they're like crutches, and they kind of sugarcoat this. Maybe sometimes I'll use it to specify things if I'm not confident in my channel. My channel is raw. So yeah, James White, yes, you may send me energy. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. That's the most high priest Cancer thing I've ever heard. Like, can I send you this healing? So definitely appreciate that. So we're gonna start with Aries, Aries rising, Moon in Aries, Venus in Aries, Mercury in Aries, Jupiter in Aries, Saturn in Aries. This is for you. Any Aries in your chart, which is everyone, because we all have Aries. So the card we have. So interesting. The card we have for you, Aries, interestingly enough, okay, my mind's trying to figure it out. I'm just going to channel it. We have the Devil card, and we have the building blocks. So my mind wants me to say, well, maybe you have to deal with some obsessive stuff, but you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm just going to flow with spirit. The devil has a lesson for you, okay? The devil energy, not the devil, but this devil card is talking about elements of your repressed shadow coming out, so you can actually see how these influences have set up parts of your foundation. Some of you have built a foundation out of your addictive tendencies and your obsessive qualities, and you have to break down that foundation so that you're not standing on something that's impure. So you have to look at the structures in your life that you've literally built off of negative energies, all right? And keep that in mind, because that's what's going to illuminate. So this isn't really bad though, because this is going to finally show you the stuff that might have been, you know. Thank you, Pisces Priestess. Thank you. This is so true. Ooh. Taurus. Taurus, this meaning is reflexive. There's a double meaning to this. There's the Seven of Swords, okay? And there's the tick-tock. So there's a double meaning. The first meaning is someone is spying on you, Taurus. Someone is spying on you. Someone is gathering all the information they need for a lawsuit or to really get to know you, all right? Someone has been taking their time with your mind, and someone has been gathering information, all right? Not even creeping on you. I don't really see this as creeping. Like, they're legit trying to gain intel from you in the secret. And the TikTok energy is talking about they've been doing this for a while. And I kind of feel intuitively that their time is almost up. Now, this is reflexively for you, because there's some of you Taurus that's stalking a lot of people. But I don't really see this as stalking, though. This is also you taking your time. There's certain things that you cannot tell your spouse or partner. There's certain things that you cannot tell your kids. There's certain things you can't tell your boss, because you have your own special insight, and you kind of have a hypothesis you have, but you can't tell people your ideas because you know they'll either gaslight you or you know you just have to keep it to yourself. And I'm just letting you know, with this TikTok energy, I'm just letting you know with this TikTok energy, like, the first thing is, like, the first intuition I got is whoever's spying on you in a bad way, they don't even know, like, they're playing themselves. Like, the time is about to take, they're about to be revealed. But I'm just getting the sense that it's over time you gathering intel. Real G's move in silence, as Ether said. So a lot of the sneaky movement isn't bad. Even for you, like, some people spying on you have to spy on you, Taurus, and this is what I send the main message for you, Taurus. Some people are spying on you, Taurus, because somebody sabotaged your love. Like, for some of you, this is love. For some of you, this is like career. And a prospective boss or a prospective lover, their friends maybe whispered you. Maybe you have a frenemy who knows that person, and they're like, oh, don't talk to that Taurus. They're horrible people. And they're feeding them with BS. And they don't know that's backfiring, because the person that they're lying to like that is spying on you. And they're like, well, let me see for myself if this person's like this. And they're seeing that, hey, what the hell? Like, this person is nothing like the lies I'm hearing. And over time, they're building this up, and they're like, whoa, this person's actually real. And now something bad that happened for you is actually ending up good, because it's starting to let that person see what's real, all because you were keeping it real. So, Gemini, we have the Emperor, okay? The Emperor card that we have for you is talking about you stepping into your power, you stepping into more control over your life, and you actually being in a position to gain authority. So especially moons and risings, like, it's been really hard because Saturn's been opposite our sign, and whenever we want to have control, Neptune and Pisces is square. It's like, and we're just like, oh my God, oh my God. We just walk out a rabbit hole, like, and we're like, okay, we're gonna put our life in order. We'll put the building blocks, and then Neptune just like, and it's like, oh my God, Neptune, stop it, stop it. And then it's just like, okay. But this comes with we're finally gaining control, all right? And we're finally stepping into that higher level of power. However, this comes with a risk. All that glitters Okay. There are going to be some people who are like, ooh, Gemini's on the throne right now. And people are going to be coming up with all sorts of offers like, here, let me help you. Here, I want to do this with you. Here, what's up? And then you just have to remember, all that glitters isn't gold. You better keep someone on your team who already sees through the BS. And it's just like, that's fake. That's fake. That ain't real. I wouldn't do that. And then I have someone like that on my team. I'm like the child that's like, oh, this looks cool. Oh, this person looks dope. And then she's just like, nope, nope, nope. And we argue sometimes, but at the end of the day, she's right. So that being said, whether you have that influence in your life or not, just make sure you know that it will be off if it doesn't really like, you know, align with your integrity at all whatsoever. All right. That being said, Cancer, the card we have for you. Oh, Cancer, you're going to reap that, Pisces. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new seed. This is a healthy beginning. This is something that is going to last should you water it well. The Ace of the Ace, anytime you get an ace in a reading, you have to be like, yes, yes. This is huge. This is something new. If you're investing in someone new, this is definitely going to work. And this is definitely going to talk about really building up something that it has a whole lot of value in it. Now, here's the key here. In order to really make this work, you need to imagine it. So bring this from the portals of existence. Law of attraction works best for Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio, because you're bad about it, and it's going to work. So just know whatever new thing you're bringing, this could be a relationship that doesn't have the rose-tinted glasses, but it's like, you know what? We're both grounded, and at least it's going to last. The passion's not going to fade. So it could be anything. The Ace is new potential. Just know it's going to be grounded, and it's going to be something that lasts with time. Leo, the card we have for you. Wow, Leo. This is going to be unconventional. We have the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords at length is talking about you not necessarily, sorry, I stole your yawn, I just had to. You not necessarily, you know, the things that you say are going to rub people the wrong way. It's going to be impossible for you to not offend people, which sucks because it's already impossible for you not to offend people. So it's just going to be that much harder. And some of you Leos aren't even going to care. So you're just going to be ready to go to war. I pulled the imagination card and I was like, I don't think I shuffled it well. So let me shuffle it again. And what I got was Between Worlds. So the same card that I had for Cancer, Imagine, I got for you, but I was like, let me reshuffle, and I got Between Worlds. So it's the same message. And the reason why you're going to be confusing people, Leo, is because you're going to be saying things that are happening in the spiritual, and that people who are focused on the real, they don't get it. And you're going to be exposing the spiritual though. And they're going to be like, you're going to catch heat for it. Because everything you're saying is true, but people won't want to believe it. And, you know, don't burn bridges if you don't have to, but be mindful of that, because you're going to be incorporating both the real and spiritual, and not everyone is going to be aware of the spiritual you're bringing in, and you're going to catch heat, and people are going to call you delusional. And when people call you delusional, oh my God, have you ever seen a Leo blow up and get mad? If you call them delusional, call Leo delusional, and they'll hit you with this. I wish I had theme music. What did you call me? So that's why I got the Five of Swords. You're just going to blow up on people because you're going to show, yo, this is what's happening spiritual in your life. And then they're going to be like, no. And then you're going to have to hold back your bitch like, You're gonna be like, I want to bitch slap you so hard right now. Do you know who you're talking to? I'm royalty. You don't believe me? So please, guys, like, just listen to Leo. Okay, Leo's gonna say some things you don't like. Just listen. You don't even have to believe him. Just listen to them. Don't call him delusional. I'm not trying to get slapped. I'm not trying to get slapped. Shout out to the Pratt Pack. That would be a good skit. I'm not even gonna lie. Virgo. We have justice. The karmic scales are balancing. And this has a lot to do with tick tick. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Oh, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. See, the North Node was in your sign. The North Node was in your sign. And so people really thought they could get away. Virgo moon, Virgo rising, Virgo, people really thought they can get away. People were doing you bad. You were hooking people up, Virgo. Virgo moon, Virgo rising, you were hooking people up. You were going out of your way to help people. And then, you know, you wanted your favor. And then they're nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And then, oh, most people, this would make you pissed. Virgo was just like, oh, really? You know karma is real, right? Karma gonna get you. And so you just let it go. You were just waiting because you knew the North Node would leave your sign. And let me tell you, all that time, like, karma is gonna pay itself back. All the people that did you wrong, let me tell you something. The one sign that this like Virgo attracts all the idiots in their life who gaslight them for no reason. Like Virgo will be like 1 + 1 = 2, and then someone will be like, no, bro, it equals 5, and then you'll be like, no, 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 no. Okay, I understand. I kind of understand. I don't understand why you think it's 5, but look, 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 look. 1 + 1 = 2, and then they'll be like, no, it's 5, and you just be like. So it's hard for Virgo, but do you know where Virgo kind of reaps from this? Whenever someone does them wrong, just when karma hits them back, Virgo's at the perfect place. They're like, ooh, karma's a bitch. Take that. So Virgo, good job. Good job, Virgo. You're going to enjoy that. You're going to enjoy that. Very much so. Very, very, very much so. Okay, as you deserve. It's reflexive. If you've done anything wrong to someone, you're gonna get the karma back. But the North Node was in Virgo. All Virgos were acting right. Like they were aware. All Virgos were acting right. They were waiting for people to do them wrong. They're like, oh, 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 you ain't gonna look out for me? Cool. Then they're gonna run back to you like, all right, I'm sorry, Virgo. I'm sorry. Okay, Libra, we have the Chariot. So, all right, first of all, Libra, I apologize. Sometimes I get a little bit jealous. I see y'all signing. I see y'all doing things I wish I could do. And I get jealous. I get salty. I get really salty. Okay? I get too salty. And I start saying you're evil, which is kind of true. And then I start making y'all out to look like the bad guys. I've been throwing so much shade at Libra. Okay? I've been, you know, I'm like, Aries is the real good guys, y'all. Libra's bad guys. But you know, a lot of it is shade. A lot of it is shade, okay? I am very jealous that you're so intelligent. And, you know, I like to project my own shadow on you, even though a lot of it is my dark twin. Okay? Y'all are still evil, though, a little bit. Y'all still a little evil. But I'm just saying, I apologize. I have no right to throw that much shade. Everyone else throws shade, but, you know, as your Gemini brother, I really shouldn't. It's okay. So, I'm glad to see you're going to achieve victory. You're going to be stunning on these haters. And what you've been working for is finally going to happen. And I'm talking about the victory that athletes get. And it's just like, whoo! And you're going to get that fame and shine you wanted. And you're going to have the limelight. And it's going to be Gucci. And we even have exchanging gifts. We even have exchanging gifts that's going to have a lot to do with you really sharing spiritual gifts with people. And you showing up and illuminating people is what's going to lead to this victory. This is you that's going to be in a room full of skeptics, but because you're so intelligent, people are going to be like, people are going to catch the spirit. Be like, whoo! Wow. So there you go, Libra. I'm really glad to pull a positive card because Pluto, see, I was talking about Cancer before. Pluto has been squaring Libra. Pluto has been squaring Libras up. Okay? Because Libra, And when Libra is a child, Libra realizes like, I'm the hero. I'm going to save the world. Like Libra gets it at a young age that they're going to save the world. Like they just know that the archangels are going to save the world. And then this Pluto square has been introducing y'all to the dark. And it's been like, oh my gosh, I can't control my own dark side. Don't worry, Capricorn has it even worse. They ain't even trying to control their dark side because they are the dark. But Libra, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You know, I've been throwing shade on Capricorn too, but I don't apologize because I'm very salty. But it is what it is. Libra, it's all good. You know, you've been having to deal with the dark. Uranus is opposite your sun, so you're just attracting crazy motherfucker after crazy mofo after crazy mofo, and you cannot catch a break. How dare I throw shade on you? Oh my God. Look at me. Look at me. The Pratt Pack, I fear a roast for Sag is imminent. I wasn't going to roast Sag, but I might have to now that you mentioned it. I might have to. Scorpio. We got the King of Swords. This is talking about the presence of an Aquarius in your life. This is a man. It could be a woman who's very masculine, someone who's very detached. This, in a lot of ways, is you having to be objective, because some people are going to want you to take sides. And listen, Scorpio, this is your permission to be a dick. The King of Swords is a dick. The King of Swords is so intelligent. The King of Swords is going to be like, stop wasting my time. So I'm not telling you to be mean, but be objective and be intelligent. But for some of you, this is talking about the presence of an Aquarius in your life. And look at that. We have the regeneration card. Did things seem like they weren't working? Hey, looks like your connection with someone can transform overnight. But this is regeneration. This is allowing something that's seemingly dead to actually heal and have life. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think this would happen. But it's regenerating. And that's your card, Scorpio. So I know some of you think that, you know, this relationship with an Aquarius might not work out. I'm sorry, I'm dying at Dominic's comments right now. Because some of you are like him right now. Like, you know who I'm talking about. So just know this is you, and this is your relationship with someone too. And I want you to look up in the dictionary regeneration, and I really, really want you to apply that to this Aquarius individual. Some of y'all, see, Scorpio is so quick to cut off. Scorpio will just cut you off of your life and forget you exist. And the universe is like, Scorpio, no. Wait, Scorpio, no. People aren't on your level. Like, you have to give them patience. And then Scorpio is even worse than Libra. Scorpio like, me? Me? Do you know how valuable my time is? I have to wait for people? What? What? If you want to piss a Leo off, tell them they're delusional. If you want to piss a Scorpio off, tell them to be patient. Because Scorpios are already patient. So if you're telling a Scorpio to be more patient than they already are, they'll just hit you with the death stare, and you'll feel a part of you dying. And yeah, so really keep that in mind. Sagittarius. The card we have for you is the Ace of Wands. So when Sagittarius has the ace, they get all extra flamboyant. And this is a problem because we have between worlds. So I kind of want you, this card isn't for Sagittarius. This card is for everyone that's not Sag. If you're around a Sagittarius this week, you might want to run. Because Sagittarius is going to blend the veil. Like, Sagittarius is the person in authority that can do their job responsibly, but they're going to try and bust the system just to hook up the people. And it's cool. It's good ideals, but the chaos that comes as a result, I'm going to slow down. Because what's the 12th house of order and control? Sag. Like, Sagittarius is the one that's gifted with a powerful position, and they're like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm going to bust the system, and I'm going to work with the people. Hold on, though, because it works. And then this is what happened. Chaos comes, right? Chaos comes. And then the establishment has problems. And you know what Sagittarius does? You know what Sagittarius does? Even though they're supposed to organize the chaos, they're like, oh, I didn't expect it to be this chaotic. Bye. and then they leave the chaos to Virgo to fix. That's why Virgo hates Sag so much. Virgo hates Sag so much. Sag will just leave the biggest mess, and then Sag will be like, and then they'll just walk into another portal. Watch, they're just gonna go between worlds. They're gonna spark everything around you, and then they're gonna be like, oops, too much, and they're gonna dip. And they know what they're doing. Don't think they feel bad. Don't think they feel bad. They feel justified. They're like, well, you should thank me for bringing this chaos. Look at all this change that this chaos is doing. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's the same effery that has God in the club just dancing. And the angels, Virgo, are like, hey, God, do you want to be like a dad in these kids' life? And it's like, I created everything. I deserve to party all day, all night. And it's just like, Natalia said it best, sexy mofos. I hate them. Like, how you just gonna be so like sexy and flashy? And I'm talking about even the men. I'm heterosexual. Okay? I'm straight, but Sagittarius men are sexy. Leo men are sexy too, but Sagittarius men and women, the woman, look, when I see a Sag woman, I just be like, oh, but even the men are sexy. You just see the men like, what? What? Like, and it's the energy thing. Like, some of y'all think just because you sexy as hell, you can do whatever. Because Lilith is in your sign, and you making everyone horny, and you can pull anyone you want. And you all think you can do whatever you want, because you low-key can. And it's just like, no, Sag. No, Sag. Have a little bit of responsibility. That's why Saturn is in your sign, putting y'all in check. All right? Saturn is in your sign. Saturn had to put Nicki Minaj in check. Saturn sent Remy Ma after her. All right, I'm telling you, this is real. Capricorn, the card that we have for you. Capricorn. AYB. I'm not the hugest fan of Taylor Swift, but you are absolutely right. Plus, she's like my yin yang twin because she's like, we have opposite sun and moon, so it'll be interesting. But Capricorn, we have the Three of Swords. Please forgive me, Capricorn, because I had a Capricorn lady drop the realest. A Capricorn lady dropped the realest ish on me. She's like, I can't watch your live videos because I'll be wanting to send bad energy to you. And I do this to Scorpio and Cap all the time. Like, I will reveal their secrets. And y'all think it's funny, but to them, they're like, oh, why is he revealing our secrets? Like, they go at lengths to reveal this, or to tie this, all right? There is nothing more pure. There is nobody more pure. There's nobody more pure than a Scorpio. A sun in Scorpio is the most pure, all right? And the reason why, and the fact that they're so pure means there's a lot of evil Scorpios. That's why they have to go through the transformation. To alchemize the dark around them, be evil, transform it, be pure, all right? Especially as a youth. Now, the only person more pure than a Scorpio is a Capricorn who lives in their integrity and is not tempted by their darkness. All right. The Capricorn that falls for temptation is the most evil person ever. The Capricorns who are about it and full of integrity, they're really pure. Really, like, stuff works for them and manifests for them. So keep that in mind. But, and I hate to, I'm sorry, Capricorn, but I have to bring this out to the open. Capricorn, you like to hide your wounds. All right. Capricorn, some of you have like a broken heart. You're in relationships with people you love, and you can't necessarily connect to them the way you want to, or you're blocked. You can't really be in a relationship. That's because you're hiding your broken heart. You have a wound deep inside your heart. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing people out because you don't want to allow the opportunity for someone to hurt you, because this hurts. Some of you Capricorns played the high road, got cheated on, took your bleeding heart, loved someone else, got cheated on, had to recover for years, finally decided to try it one more time, got cheated on. All right, so some of you, your heart's so numb, like you're with the person that you're meant to be with, but you have no love to even give to them. Like you're trying to connect, your heart's just bruised and battered, and your partner's like, give me your heart, let me fix it. Spring B, Capricorns are cheaters too, but not all of them. Not all Capricorns cheat. Just like not all Geminis cheat. But usually a Capricorn cheating is going to be different than a Sag cheating. There's usually a reason where Sag can just cheat because they got caught up in the moment. But it is what it is. Not every sign is a cheater though. But yeah, some of your partners are like, give me your heart. And you won't because you don't want to, in order to give the heart, you're going to have to uncover that. So here's my message for you, Cap. We have happy, happy. See there where there's a keyhole? The lesson of this keyhole right here is to open up your heart. All right? Nasasha Harrell, facts. That cheating stuff is dead. Like, to me, I know I'm a Gemini, but like, if you cheat, like, regardless of sign, you're scum. Like, there's no excuse for cheating. There's no excuse for cheating. And see, a lot of you are cheated by a certain sign, and you're letting that zodiac sign color every sign. Just because you got cheated on by Aries doesn't mean that all Aries are cheaters. Some Aries have like earth that, you know, or water that makes them loyal. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, when you open up this heart, you're having to deal with a deep wound. It's like pouring alcohol on it. You're going to get that happiness. In order to get the love that you feel, it has to hurt because you're opening up the love that's going to heal you, but it's going to hurt because it's like pouring alcohol on a fresh wound. And in order for it to heal, you have to feel like, oh, and it's going to hurt. So if you're not wanting it to hurt, it's going to hurt. And you know it's going to hurt. And you know you're going to be with some people who are going to hurt you, and that cannot stop you from being there. Because some of you Capricorns have Neptune on your sun, and so you see what's possible, and you cannot let that be a reason to close yourself off. So I hope these words really dive deep within, because Pluto's on your sun, and it's not going to let you escape this intensity. And, you know, keep this in mind. We have happy, happy. So when you do this, yeah, keep this in mind. Aquarius, similar to Libra, we got the exchanging gifts. And we have, shout out to King John, real shit, real stuff. 6 of Pentacles. So this is talking about financial flow, and this is also talking about a balancing. There's certain people who you may have been helping out with certain finances, and this is where the exchange comes on, actually. So we have the balance here, and then we also have the exchanging gifts. So this is literally talking about exchanging gifts, actually. This is really interesting. That you may give something to someone that's more valuable than what they give you, but you still want to honor the exchange, because not everyone is a cosmic god or goddess. Even the little that some people have, you still have to, you know, it's still going to be enough. You're going to be that person, Aquarius, that's going to take someone in who needs your help. And I don't even sense it's going to be financially too. Like, even if someone helps you financially and they think that they're doing you the favor, you're doing them the favor because you're giving them your knowledge, which is literally priceless. So yeah. All right, Pisces, the card we have for you. My lovely mermaids and fishies. I really think, all right, never mind. Seagull. All right, Pisces, looks like you're vibing with Gemini. We have the Knight of Wands, so Pisces, Aries, Leo, but definitely Sagittarius. They're gonna try and get in your pants. So Pisces woman, A Sag man is just going to be like, zoop, let's do it. And then if you say no, they're going to get all extra romantic. They're going to be like, I love you. You're my soulmate. And this is where Sagittarius wins, because when a Sagittarius tells a Pisces that they're their soulmate, it's true. But they're still just trying to get in your pants. So I'm just letting you know, you like sex too. So if, you're probably going to want this, but I'm just letting you know this is this person's intention. Listen, because I have all that glitters. I have all that glitters. So maybe they're not trying to get in your pants. They're trying to get in your pockets or your pants. Okay? All that glitters. Because look, this person going to be shining. This person going to be shining. Maybe they have an amazing social media profile too, and they look like they're playing at life. Ooh, they're going to, and they have game. They have game. So if it's not sex, then maybe it's your money or your time. But someone is going to be charismatic. Someone's going to be playing that game. It's also saying you should be adventurous. So let me tell you, if this person comes into your life, lead them on. This is my dark twin giving you advice. Lead them on, and then when it's time to do it, be like, bye, sorry, cat. Anyway, all that glitters isn't gold. Look at that. Look what came out. Look, it came out. Look, it came out. The Sag is going to be shining. And this may not be a Sag. This may not be a Sag. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to be someone who carries that energy. They're going to be shining. So this is someone who's actually relatively successful, okay? And it's talking about you claiming great victory, all right? But listen, all that glitters, not necessarily gold. Remember that, okay? This person may hypnotize you with their shine, and you may get entranced. Follow your intuition, unless your intuition is trying to lead you down there too. All right. And the card that we have for everyone. Whose yawn did I just steal right now? This is deep. This is so deep, I'm going to have to pull the other card. Hold on. Actually, I'll just show it to you. So how like you used to hit up the bottom. Guys, this is it. This is it. This is it. Trust me when I say this is it. Okay? This is not everyone's gonna access this because you're gonna block it up. But for those of you who have been ready and waiting for this, I'm talking about my psychonauts. I'm talking about my spiritual explorers. I'm talking about people who are bored of this mundane reality and want to upshift. Spirit has been hooking you up, and now I think you're gonna be able to see it. Look at this card. I want you to see how this card, there's something from an imaginary realm. Bloop. 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 It's coming from the imagination. You're focused on all these things in your real life. Bloop. Take the cup, guys. Take the cup. Because do you know what I have supplementing this card? I have imagine. This is confirmation that the ritual we just did. So what I want you to do is after we get off this broadcast right now, tap into Neptune, all right? Some of you don't need to take any altering substances. You just have to meditate. That's it. Some of you have to dance. Some of you, drink some coffee, all right? Take a substance. And then imagine and vision and realistically point out how it's going to be your lifestyle and speak your truth. And watch it come in. And don't stop doing it until it comes in. Pray without ceasing. Except we're not going to be praying. We're going to be cosmic command. And if you're doing the 33-day ritual. So thank y'all so much. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yo. Yo, son. This is real. I need you to really understand that something is going to come out from the spirit into real like magic, because I have the Temperance card, which is literally the Sagittarius angel giving you. You see how in Temperance it's doing the cup? This is the angel that's giving you the cup. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I'm bugging. I'm bugging. Some of you are going to be walking through a dimensional portal for the first time. And you're like, whoa, wait, whoa, this is real. Are you going to walk through that? Because I said this before. I think Pisces season, like if a portal opened, will you walk through it? Some of you know if you walk through that portal, you're not going to walk out the same. So know if you're walking through there, you're dying. It's a spiritual rebirth. Okay? Spirit don't play. You think these aliens that want to take you or take your soul when you have sleep paralysis, want to give it back, you are a valuable commodity. You have free will. That's the hottest thing on the market right now. And yes, there is a black market where people trade souls that they possessed. But don't worry, the new generation soldiers are out here. We're going to go on a wide exorcism tour. But I have to unlock the seal on my sacral chakra. I have to reconvene with the other illumined ones. Some of you are in this chat. And we're going to kick a lot of ass together. And we're going to purify a lot of impurities. Well, that being said, my friends, you stay blessed. Thank you so much for joining. If you got nothing from this broadcast, spend copious amounts of time in your imagination. And if you don't know how to do it, then there's a lesson there. You probably need to spend a lot more time doing nothing, but just imagining. And if you need help, talk to some kids and just see how they merge these worlds. All right. Love y'all. I want to say that with more heart. Like whenever I say I love y'all, like the Saturn part's like, ugh. And I sincerely love y'all, but I'm really learning to deal with it so that when I say it, I don't feel like I'm fighting something. So I'm not going to be as liberal with the L word, but I do respect and appreciate y'all. That I can say very realistically. And I do love y'all for the support. This is unreal. You know, I'm getting to live my dream, which is connecting to all you wonderful and amazing people. I promise when I have 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, I will not be Hollywood. I'll try and still connect with all you as well as I can. And I thank y'all for your patience with me thus far. And until next week, join me Saturday. I'm going to break down the weekly astrology horoscope as I always do. There's a king, queen, god, and goddess within you. Open up your crown, imagine, and let it do what it do. Peace.